Hey, Shalom. We want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, that honors the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation out to the Items that's preaching 144 truth, coming on a GMS, all right? This is Los Vegas Camp Men of Valor, Kabak Cologne, hopefully coming to you with another edifying lesson to your men, women, and children of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and speckled birds that fatherland go back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is your power alone, which Yahweh means he is. All right, he exists by Hashem in the name, and Yahweh Shah means he delivered, he is salvation. Because the only ones who's going to receive salvation on this go around, all right, is the 144,000 men, first and foremost, that government body, and the men, women, and children who believe in the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all right? The children of Israel, all right, of the elect, all right? Because we know 2/3 have to go on this side, all right, and come back through the lines, all right, the lungs of the elect, okay, and come back in the right state of mind. All right, but I just had a little quick, hopefully this is a faith booster. All right, that like we're in those last days. Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. All right, we are in World War III. All right, Iran and Israel. I mean, Israel and the United States. Iran is getting heated up. Look like the BRICS is about to start. Getting involved. Trump got y'all in some shit. Beautiful time, don't get me wrong. But Trump got America in some shit. Okay? But the name of this lesson was nearer than you believe. All right? As in salvation. Lord willing, I'm part of that elect. All right? That my name is written in the book of life and my household. All right? Living the law, statute, commandments the best way I can. All right? Not to be overly righteous, but doing the best that I can to receive salvation. Okay? So last night, before I was gonna go see Scream 7, which I'm gonna do a lesson on that because that was had some messages in there. All right, how Esau, how he's gonna get down, and what he's gonna do, and how he's gonna lie. All right, and use that prophet of doom, like Trump used. All right, but yesterday was supposed to be about the planet's alignment, and then they was if those who didn't go outside to see. All right, here on the West Coast time, they were saying around like 6:15 was our time. You can see the planets of Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune align. All right, and in the scriptures it'd be like things you will see, signs in the heavens. All right, letting you know the times that we in, which we know we're in the last days. All right, and we come into a transformation. Trade in places is about to happen from one kingdom to another, from a wicked ass kingdom to a righteous kingdom. All right, and this involve as in you looking up, all right, to see if you can see it, right? And so me and my daughter, we went out there to see what we could see, and we, instead of looking for that, because we thought we found it right now, because it showed us that if we look more west, you can see it on our area, right, being in Vegas. But instead of that, which we went outside for, something else took our curiosity. And I told my baby, hey, those are chariots, man. So, I get excited running and stuff like that. And that's just what I do, because for me, it's a sign of, hey, get me out of here, right? But also, saying, having the fear, they can still light your ass up, all right? So you want to make sure you're doing right and you're on the right track, being that straight and narrow, all right? To receive salvation, because that's a sign of salvation. And they did make a movie like way back 2 years ago called Don't Look Up, which is a good movie on Netflix. You haven't seen it, right? But Esau don't want you to look up, right? Because he wants your ass to be like this, just plugged in, all right? And not be looking up, because that's our way out of here, right? The first ark that was for protection, Noah, his family, the 8 souls, was an ark because the first death was water. Promised the rainbow, I will never flood the earth again. Not for your pride. All right? So don't get it twisted. Disrespectful as job turkeys. All right? But the second one's going to be fire. All right? Second death is going to be fire. Right? So in order to get saved out of that, you got to be a very high elevation, way in the air. Okay? How are we going to get out of here? which they call UFOs and UAPs, Chariots of Israel. So that's more like a faith booster if you do see it. Give praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. And Lord willing, you be able to get beamed up. All right. And I'm just pull out a few, that's our way of salvation and faith boosters, man. That when you do see that, give praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, because that's our way out of here. That's our sign of protection. Come into our chambers, close the door. I'm about to pull that right now, because that was the first one. Because that's a way of, salvation. That's our way out of here. All right. When we were seeing it, she was geeking, we were watching it, and then it was like moving. Try to get recording, but it was so far up. And then you can see it flash the colors, disappear, and neighbors being nosy and shit coming around. But we were just more intrigued on that and just looking at that. All right. And grab a fruit pre. And like I said, I hope this is edifying to your life. This is Isaiah 26:20. It says, "Come, my people, enter into my chambers and shut the doors about thee." So, coming to chambers, like coming to something, closing the door. And this is a sign of what? Getting out, protection, right? So what they call UFOs, UAPs, basically the chariots of Israel. That's our way of salvation. That's that mercy. First reward from Yahweh Shem Shai is to be saved. Hide thyself for a little moment until the indignation overpass. So that's judgment is coming to this place. Here's in the shores of America. All right. Times like never before, because we are in Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7. We can say we in World War III. It's in effect. All right. We got some more moves to be made. The chessboard's still getting played. The game is still getting played. What's the biggest sign? That Revelations 13:15 on down. The Charagma. If once it's mandated, then we know, it's game time, right? Because which D are you going to receive, right? You're going to receive that destruction or that deliverance. And seeing them chariots is a sign of deliverance. All right. So when you do see that, that's not a sign. Now, if you get freaked out, that means you need to get your spirit right. All right. With Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. It says, "For behold, Yahweh Shem Shai is coming of his great place of punishment, the inhabitants of the earth for his iniquity." So this place is getting judged. This is the final level that is getting judged. Right. And all the destruction is coming. You're going to want to get beamed up. Right. He said, "My people are going to scarcely be saved." All right. 2 Peter 4:17. All right. That's a sign of hope. It's a faith booster too. Right. Definitely seeing my daughter sees it. My lady see it. My son see it. We see it. And it's like, yo, you give praises, man, because that's the way out, right? Grab the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more be covered her slain. So, like I said, this place is getting destroyed. Babylon the Great is getting destroyed. All right. And the elect is getting beamed out, because majority of the elect is mostly here, right? Because it's the final level. But the elect is all scattered all through four corners of the earth. All right, because there's prophets all over the world. All right. And Israelites that look like speckled birds too as well, all over the world. You can't number Israel. All right. Which Esau like to number. Wicked. All right. Let's grab this Revelations. It's like use this tablet. Verse 4. It says, "Hey, behold, another voice came from heaven saying, come up here, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and to receive not of her plagues." So that right there, come up, get beamed up, right? Come up hither. This is the call, like come up in the elect. Signs of hope. All right. This is what you want to hear, right? I had a vision hearing that very, very, very not out of this world voice, and it put a lot of fear into me, because my biggest fear is to get left behind. And that's some, Lord willing, I don't get that judgment, right? But Lord willing, hey, I receive salvation, all right? Having the fear of wisdom, man. It starts with fear, man, all right? Even seeing the chariots put more fear, okay? Because you want to make sure you're right with Yahweh Shem Shai, all right? It's either destruction or deliverance. For me, mostly more is Lord willing, is deliverance. All right. but come up hither. And that's what he's going to say to the elect, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and speckled birds that follow line go back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? The elect of Israel. Like I said, not of all Israel going to be saved, but the whole house of Israel be saved. Romans 11:26. All right? That's what's going to go. And taking of her plagues, man. Because this place getting judged for the wickedness that this place has been doing. It was the headquarters of Esau, Edom, man. Military might, the big bully, Rome 2.0, spirit of Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, all wrapped up in one, this harlot. All right? This place gotta go. And it's about to go. And pull Wisdom of Solomon 5:1-2. Because seeing those signs, things are going to happen, right? A lot of people's minds going to freak out when the strangest of, our enemy is going to be strange upon the people, purifying scripture. When they see these things happen, people getting beamed up, and you're Israelite, and you like, oh, it's over. It's over. You're going to know at that moment, you're done, man. That's a scareful case to be in. And Lord, well, I'm not in that. All right. Hey, having the fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, you want to do right and be right. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face, such as afflicting him and make no account of his labors. That's what Esau Edom did to Judah. All right. Constantly and constantly of time. All right. But this is where the point is that it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with a terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far they believe that they look for it. It's going to be strange to another person, definitely these heathen nations, to see the so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans, Seminole Indians are the true people of the Most High. No way. Why not me? You're not an Israelite. That's why. It's going to be strange. It's going to be beautiful for you, yes, for salvation, you're receiving that mercy. But for everybody else, too. So how Esau Edom trying to portray this like little green man, I think it's what is that? Comedy movies, Aliens Attack or something like that. Mars Attack or something like that. I think it's Mars Attack. These aliens are not green little men, all right? An older Edomite video said they was tall and black. Okay? So, they for Israel, man. They for us. It's Revelation 11:2. In the scriptures, the chariots are called other names like cloud, right? Farewell. Okay? So there's other descriptions of the chariots being called in these scriptures, which the world ignorantly call UFOs and UAPs, all right? Revelations 11:12 says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying, come up hither, and they ascended up in the heavens in a cloud. So it's not actual cloud. It'll be what we saw, me and my daughter, man, right? My family, we seen the chariots. And like I said, that grabbed our attention, right? And their enemies beheld them. So like I said, they're going to be it's going to be strange, right? But that is very, these are what came to me, right, in the spirit. When I'm seeing that, man, salvation, man, I want to receive that, Lord willing, fighting, keep fighting, man, all right? Keep fighting. Because like I said, we still looking for the planets in alignment. I mean, we didn't have no telescope and no binoculars, nothing like that. We thought we saw it. But what we really got to see, I'll praise you, is we got to see chariots. All right? And it was, like I said, it was a beautiful faith booster, man. And for my family to see it as well, hey, that's our way out of here. But don't get it twisted. You don't get right, you get your ass fucked up, Excuse my language. It's Matthew's 24. What I got in here? 30. All right. And this is when Yahweh Shai is about to appear in. all right, of fathership, right? It says, and then shall appear the signs of Son of Man in the heavens, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they who see him, the Son of Man in the clouds of the heaven, and power and great glory. Now, way back, NASA was live feeding, you know, close to the sun or something like that, some years back, I believe, and they cut the feeding because a large ship was appearing. Now, a lot of people was able to like clip it and make videos of it, because I remember Issachar talking about it, and he was going crazy, like, "What is this?" Right? But we know what it is. It's a sign of a deliverance, right? And Lord willing, in that ship. But Yahweh Shai is coming in a massive ship, the Father ship, like, and I had a video of that too as well, talking about having a vision of seeing it. So, you know, it's a huge chariot, man, out of this world, right? And when they say like Jake liked to stunt, oh yeah, he worldly terms, he's stunning, big time. He gonna let it be known he not coming on no donkey this time, all right? And he said, and shall be a sign, the angel sound the sign of the trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, and one to an end of heaven to another. So, like say, he's gonna gather them and take what belongs to him. All right. And Lord willing, I'm part of that belonging to him and getting beamed up. All right. Like said, this was more like a faith booster, Salaki, all right, with my speech. All right, to look more out, just go outside more, all right, and just look up, man, and just keep giving praise to Yahweh Shem Shai when you see it, and just call on it, man, and just keep fighting, because we're almost out of here, man. Shit's almost over, man. Israel, all right. So I hope this will edify lesson. I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kakadash, Double honors the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations of the documents that's preaching 144 truth. Come on, GMS, all right? This is Las Vegas Cut, Man of Valor. I go by Cologne. Until next time, Shalom.